There is no such thing as perfect. I beg to differ. Have you ever had a plate of hot stale with no gravy sits perfectly on top of the rice? Excuse me?
Right, that's besides the point.
I wanted to start a show called Adult Peeves.
This is a sample of the show I've created called Adult Peeves. This is strictly for your understanding and so that you can experience the show for the purpose of today's video point of perfectionism.
Oh my god, that's so annoying.
Welcome to my channel. This is Adult Peeves, the show where we identify peeves that annoy us the most and figure out the psychology of them while having fun. My name's Javette, aka the Creative Fairy, aka today's peeve is repeating yourself. There's a reason for that. And the reason is the person who's receiving the message isn't actively listening. I actually didn't know how to listen until I went to university, okay? Before then, I was just hearing. I didn't even know that there was such a thing as active listening.
In this segment of the show, I tried to create a skit relating to the peeve of the day in a 90s sitcom style. There was no smooth transition, just a jump cut into this scene.
Okay, so check it out. I've been trying to lose weight and something's not working. I was thinking that maybe I should
Give up.
No, I was gonna say maybe I should speak to a professional, a gym trainer. So I have a friend who knows a friend.
Who?
So I have a friend who knows a friend who basically can speak to a gym trainer for me and get it at a discounted rate. I think that
The greens in this taste good. I think they should give it a little bit extra more tomato though. Something about the tomato gave it an extra quick. I just had all these cool edits and just the concept of the show. I planned it out and I executed. And it didn't really turn out to be what I expected it to be. I sent clips of the show to friends and they did give constructive feedback that I could have used to make the show better on the next episode. But here's what I failed to realize. There's no such thing as perfect. I thought that I was gonna make a perfect show. I thought that this show would be like the beginning of my YouTube growth. When I filmed it, it didn't turn out perfect. I got discouraged and I dropped it. So in today's video, I'm gonna make a few points on perfectionism and how it kind of just doesn't exist. No process is gonna go exactly the way that you think it's gonna go. I planned my son's birth to the T and he was just like, no, not gonna happen that way. If you can recall every single thing that you've planned, really think back on it. Nothing has actually gone the way that you thought it would go. What I have realized is when it comes to skills, any form of art that I'm trying to learn, even though it may not be perfect, even tricks that I do in editing that I know, even though it may not be seamless and perfect, it gets better with every time that I practice it. Each time that I attempt to do a trick, I just get it that much better. I think with repetition, you learn to master the skill. It may never be perfect, but you learn to master it. That's what I found with my editing. That's what I've found over the years. If you're supposed to compare my videos back then to now, they're better. With repetition, learning how to structure videos and writing scripts and just figuring it out. If I didn't practice, if I only had one video on this channel, I would be where I was 3 years ago. I wouldn't know what I know now. I wouldn't be able to talk to the camera the way I do. I would be stuck. If I took the same approach that I did with YouTube with this show, I probably would have had about 3 or 4 episodes uploaded by now. And I would have learned to edit each segment. It probably wouldn't have been perfect, but it would have been good. Me mastering, creating a show, directing a show on my own, playing all parts, my acting skills probably would have gotten a little bit better. Eventually, I would have had a full structure. I would have had a show, something that I could have been proud of. I've only created a rough draft, so therefore I still have to suck, essentially, in order to make a decent show. In actuality, I've never created a show. I know nothing about marketing. I'm learning. I would have eventually mastered it. I still gonna make that show, so nobody steal my show's idea because it's copyrighted. This video is proof, okay? Adult Peeves is taken. By making multiple fails, I essentially become dominant in the area that I fail in, because technically it's not really a fail. Each time that I fail, I learn a lesson and I learn how to correct it, whether it's audio or just how to finish a segment, how to start a segment, how to introduce a new scene. I think perfectionism essentially blocks growth. It blocks me from becoming the person that I want to be. It blocks dreams. With perfectionism, you just don't start most times because nothing is ever good enough. Nothing's ever worth even trying. I think the best part about YouTube is going back and looking at failed videos, the videos that made content creators cringe, the videos that essentially brought them from where they were to where they are now, known and great. I really think that that's a beautiful thing. That's where I'd like to be. That's how I want to be. I want to look back one day at these videos and think, wow, you really tried. And I think that's what perfectionism stops. It stops those beautiful moments. It stops me from creating things that I can look back and cringe at. I want to look back at a video and cringe. I want to go inside and get something to drink or eat. I found the cutest little Costa coffee shop. It's really cute, but I got a chai latte. I really like chai lattes. Have you ever looked at videos and you kind of wonder to yourself, like, their quality isn't that amazing? I could do that video, and you wonder like why the views and why the subscriber count is super high. It's because that person took the time to produce what they want without restriction, without fear of it being imperfect, and by doing that they create a following. I remember hearing a saying that says, like, if you're sitting in the hair salon, eventually your hair will get done. It's kind of like the same concept. By being present, by uploading videos, by taking the time to just try without focusing on perfection, they've already built an audience, and that's what I want to do. Like, I'm not amazing with marketing. I know nothing about marketing. I only know that I like to make videos and I like to edit. I don't know anything about marketing, but by creating these videos and uploading them, I'm creating a following. I've stopped trying to be perfect. I've stopped trying to come on camera with my makeup perfect all the time. I'm starting to realize that no matter what I create, it is awesome, because I've created it and it deserves to be seen. It deserves to be made without thought of perfection. So I hope if you have something that you're trying or something that you want to try, that you forget perfectionism and that you do it to the best of your ability, because that's what I want to do. I want to work on forgetting about perfectionism and just try it regardless of the outcome.